Hey superstars, it's your girl Malika, aka Miss Magic, back with another video. Today I will be unboxing and demoing the Chefman Turbofry Touch Air Fryer XL. It is an 8-quart air fryer. It's huge. Before we get started, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to my channel. My channel is all about hair, vlogs, lifestyle, cooking, and much more. If you got a little time, stick around, watch this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment and hit the notification bell for future videos. This air fryer, I'm going to start off. I'm going to make some air fryer ribs. I'm going to make air fryer meatloaf, home cooked fries, and also what will be an air fryer without doing chicken. So I'm going to do some chicken leg pieces too. Alright guys, so this is how the air fryer came from Amazon in the box. My dear husband bought this air fryer for our family, and now we're going to unbox it. Once again, it is the Turbofry Touch Air Fryer. Let's crack this bad boy open, shall we? It's a box within a box. So that's it. Let's pull it out. This sucker's heavy. Yeah, it's heavy. It's an 8-pound, 8. All right, and here it is. That was heavy. So this is how the box looks. It is a stainless steel one, air fryer. Pretty fancy box. So let's open up the air fryer. So this is how the box looks. Turbo Touch air fryer. We're gonna pop it open and check out what's inside. Okay, so upon opening the box, it has the grill tray right on top, and this is the grill tray that collects the grease underneath the air fryer, so that's the size of it. I'm going to take it out of this big old box if I can get it. This thing is heavy. Woo! And it's huge. So let's put it on the kitchen countertop and check it out. The air fryer came with two pretty self-explanatory books, the user guide and then a quick start guide. And as you see, it's pretty self-explanatory. It has a setting for fish, fries, chicken, and meat. And then it's got the stop and cancel, and then the time and temperature, and it's touch screen, and then the start button. Okay, and then like I said, it has the grill tray, and then when you open it up, it has the very spacious inside where we'll be air frying. So I'm going to wash these two up and clean it off and get it all ready to use. So we'll just take it over to the sink and wash these two components. And I'll be back when it's all clean. So it's all clean and ready to go. We're going to put the grill pan inside. Just like that, and then it's got like a little easy handle so that you can use some gloves and just pull it on out when you get ready to clean the air fryer. All right guys, let's get cooking. Like I said, it just came with some straightforward instructions. It did not come with a cookbook, which I would have loved, but hey, that's what Google is for. All right guys, so we're gonna start with some spare ribs that I have cleaned and cut the rib tip portion part off the top of the spare rib. I also took the membrane out. Okay, right now I am just dousing it with liquid smoke, which gives it a smoky feel like you barbecued it. And then next I am going to put on my homemade seasoning rub. I usually just use a rub from Sam's Club or Walmart, but I also will make up my own seasoned rub when I feel like I have time, so I felt like doing it. So I am putting the seasoning on now, as you see, and then I'm going to let that seasoning sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, once the seasoning has set, we are ready to start air frying. So now I'm going to put the pieces in. I actually looked up a rib air fry recipe, and the recipe did state, and I know they say you are supposed to separate all your meat, which I did, that you could stack the ribs. So I separated all of the meat so it wasn't touching, and then I just stacked the other pieces on top, and they weren't touching either. I don't know if I'll do that again because it did take the meat a little longer to cook, but you'll see that in a minute. So I did stack it and put all of it in, which they said you could do. I spread it out a little bit too so it wouldn't touch. Okay, so now we are putting it in the air fryer on 375 degrees. The recipe states that the total cooking time is 30 minutes, so I'm going to do 18 minutes each side to cook it a little bit longer. And we will flip the ribs halfway through, as you will see in a minute. I actually could have just set the timer for longer, for like 30 minutes, or 35 minutes, but it was my first time, so I was experimenting. Alright guys, so we are about to turn over the meat, each piece. I just moved it around a little bit and turned it over. And then we're going to put it back into the air fryer for the remaining minutes. And guys, always use silicone tongs when you're dealing with surfaces like this so you won't scratch up your air fryer or your nice pots. The silicone tongs are like the bomb. I hate when I hear metal screeching on very nice cookware. It burns my butt. Alright guys, so like I said, these are the ribs after 36 minutes. Some of them were done. I am going to take the temperature, but some weren't. As you see, I'm going to put them back in after I take the temperature and have a little banter with my dear husband, who's going to come upstairs and irritate me. And if you don't know, the telltale signs of ribs being done is that the meat pulls away from the bone. You can kind of see the bone more. So a couple of them were like that, but I knew that a lot of them had to go back in because they hadn't started pulling away from the bone. And that also ensures tenderness of your meat. Always take the temperature of your meat. Pork is done when it is at 165. What are you talking about? His ribs.
You clicked it out?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
The air fryer. Ooh, golden. Wow. Oh, raw meat.
Don't irritate me, please. Please don't irritate me.
How you know that with man? What's going on?
Because I just
How
take
you do it?
I took the temperature. 165.
165? With what? Oh. What's going on here? Where's the fries? So far?
It's diesel.
Very nice.
It's diesel.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's diesel.
How you do this?
Are you ever gonna cook in it?
Oh, they even got a fry setting.
You ain't. No, they don't
Fish.
have a fries. All
It
this
says
is fries.
fries.
That's fries. Yeah.
I said it has a fry setting. What's that for meat?
I only need 15 minutes. No, that's it.
Where's the lock at? So a kid won't open it?
There's no lock. So
oh, and you just put it on
keep your
minutes?
children away. I'm gonna do like 7 more minutes, 8 more minutes.
Then what? Where's the
They
heat
should be
coming
done.
from? Superheated?
Where'd you at? Stop acting stupid.
Excited.
Where's your sauce? Because I'm putting the sauce on. All right, guys. So these ribs came out great, as you can see. To make them even more tender, just wrap them up in the oven and put them on like 200 with the sauce on for about 30 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to jump right into home cooked fries. As you see, I am cutting the fries. Did I say home cooked? Home cooked, home cut, all that, you know. And those are the fries that I cut up, and we're going to throw them in the air fryer. The air fryer does have a built-in fry button, and it's for 20 minutes. So we just put those in, press the fry button, and then put them in, and we'll shake them halfway through, and that basically came out perfect. You do want to make sure all the fries are single layer, so you see me taking some out. You do not want to stack these fries. They all must cook separately. And y'all forgive me, I have a habit of talking to myself while I'm cooking. So basically you're gonna hear me mumbling in the background, and I'm just making mental notes of what I want to say when I do my voiceover. I'm not crazy. All right, and halfway through, we are going to shake it. There is a shake feature on here that will tell you when to shake the fries, easy peasy. So we'll shake it, and then we'll come back, and they'll be all the way done. All right, so as you see, these came out amazing, nice and crispy. They were very delicious. You do not taste all that grease, although you do get used to eating fries that taste like grease. So it's just like you bake it, but I guess it's a little healthier than the grease. And you can definitely taste the difference, but they are delicious. All right, guys, so now we're going to jump right into a homemade meatloaf. This is another day. This is my signature meatloaf. I read, since this was my first time doing the air fryer, I was thinking to myself, how am I going to lift this loaf out of the meatloaf pan? And I read somebody did like a foil slingshot for the meatloaf, which was a great idea. It still was kind of hard. I actually should have put the grill grate underneath the meatloaf before I did that. That would have made it so much easier, but I'll do that next time. Okay, so the meatloaf is going to take 45 minutes. You are going to shake it halfway through, not hard, just shake it a little bit to check on it. And then you have to make sure that the top part is not getting too crispy or brown, or if you like it crispy or brown, you can do that too. So I went on and I set it for 45 minutes, and then I am going to lift the meatloaf into the pan. Like I said, I'm doing 48 because you are supposed to heat up the air fryer for 5 minutes. I heated it up for 3 minutes, and that is on 375 degrees. I don't know what the heck am I doing. I put it on 390 degrees. Right. Okay, so let's lift the meatloaf up and put it in the pan. And like I said, when you do it, use your grill grate. It'll make it much easier. All right, guys, so when it's 3/4 of a way done, as you see, it is almost done, but it's not. We're going to go ahead and put half of the sauce, well, 1/4 of the sauce on top. The glaze that I'm making, you know, that's just ketchup, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of Dijon mustard. So we're going to spread that all on, slather it all on top of our meatloaf. It is looking so good in my kitchen and smelling so good in my kitchen. So go ahead and slather whatever topping you put on your meatloaf, or you can just wait till it's all the way done if you use brown gravy, but do not put the brown gravy in the air fryer. You can put the red sauce in there, but you don't want to put any liquid sauces in your air fryer. All right, superstars, our meatloaf is all the way done. Oh, it looks so amazing. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take it out. And as you see, I'm thinking to myself, it looks so moist and juicy, which it was. Now I am in fear of it totally falling apart. Even though I put the slingshots underneath there, I'm going to have to figure something better out, because I was so scared that I was going to that meatloaf was going to fall apart, and I wanted it to look as perfect as it did in the air fryer. But eventually I did get it out, but it took some time. So as you see, I'm flustered. I'm very frustrated, but I am going to get it out. And she did fall apart just a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're going to take the remaining of our sauce and brush it on. If you do not like your outer side of the meatloaf, I don't know who doesn't want to be crispy, then just set your timer for a little bit less time. But that crispy outer layer, oh my goodness, it was amazing. That was some good meatloaf. So I will be definitely keeping that in my repertoire. And this is how the meatloaf looked after my husband and son got a hold of it. I guess now I can make myself a plate. And we'll have a few leftovers for meatloaf sandwiches in the morning. Yay! Alright guys, what would a air fryer demo be without chicken? So I did leg quarters. I cut them in half, and I used my special homemade chicken seasoning. I am going to just kind of bake them, so I'm not going to put any coating on them. So now I'm just putting, I think my air fryer, yeah, it fits 6 pieces, which is amazing. I did say this is an 8-quart extra large air fryer. So 6 pieces is great. I wound up making maybe like 10 pieces. So after that, I am going to air fry 10 more pieces. But yep, so that is my homemade seasoning. So we're going to put that in. And the chicken, I think I did on 400. No, I did it on 390 for 18 minutes and then just turned it halfway through. No, 24 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. 24 minutes for the chicken. And then we're going to turn it halfway through. It is going to tell you when to shake it and when to turn it. Okay, so now we're halfway done with it. A little more than halfway done. And we're going to turn our pieces over. As you see, they look amazing already. And then when they're done, you can put whatever sauce you want on it, or, you know, do whatever you want to the chicken. But, oh, the chicken tasted good just like that. All right, guys, once you take all your chicken out, you are going to take the temperature. The temperature should read 165. I should have did it before I took it out the air fryer just in case, but your temperature needs to be 165 on your chicken. I couldn't resist taking a bite, but watch this. Listen to this crunch, y'all. Final thoughts on the air fryer. It is amazing. So far, everything I have cooked in the air fryer has came out great. I would change a few things, but A+ for me. I love it. All right, superstars, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any questions, just put it down in the comment, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.